Hi guys, welcome to the Neutral Table. Today we're going to talk about Smash events and pretty much Genesis, what we want to see in future events, what we don't want to see. So I want to start with Bang, since you were actually there.
I was.
What did you see in
so
Genesis?
Fabian.
Yeah,
Yes.
who cares?
So is this one.
What do you?
Wow.
I'm kidding me. What do you think of Genesis? What did you like?
Well, before I left, you guys were telling me how it's basically just Red Evo. Because I've been looking
Yes.
to go there for forever. And it was Red Evo. I think the vendors and, like, different stuff like that was cool. Kind of, I mean, I'm not a big fan of vendors. Like, I see them, and it's cool that they're there, and it's cool that you see the stuff, but it's just kind of like, it's expected. But in terms of the atmosphere, it was kind of gross. Like,
Really?
yeah, like, local host, like, our weekly is just kind of like, it doesn't smell good. But there was like on crack. Like there was something in the air. I literally feel like I got sick. Like there's Genesis sickness. Like I'm seeing everybody on Twitter and they're sick.
Yeah.
It's like everybody just smells. Hygiene's not good. There's a reason the deodorant's on the table, people. It just is. It kind of sucked. Like I felt like I couldn't be there, and I felt like I was becoming part of the grossness. Loved the 24-hour venue. Everybody was nice. Like it was cool. Like everyone's like cool and like friends and stuff. Met a lot of cool people, played a lot, learned a lot. I had a good time. But I feel like I'm going to have a good time. If you want to have a good time, you have a good time.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's basically what I thought about it. I had a good time.
Fabian?
Yeah, no, I had to step out multiple times out of the venue. It was just too much. Just for like, I like being there, but at the same time, it's like the setups were an issue. I found myself like just looking for setups for like an hour sometimes. And when I started feeling that, I was like, I'm gonna go take a break. I'm gonna go sleep. Part of the big thing I liked was the 24-hour venue because I'm like, I'm gonna go hit them up at like midnight because there's not gonna be a lot of people, and like the people that are there, well, they're like the people that are trying to fiend for money matches, and I love money matching, so it's like I'm just gonna go in at midnight. So 24 was a big plus. With vendors, I'm like, I don't really care. Like, why am I gonna buy a $20 piece of paper or a $150 like painted controller that I'm probably not gonna use in bracket anytime soon? That's my thought on the venues. And then the arcades were it's like I'm not gonna play on arcade when I'm in a Smash Bros tournament. Like
They had arcades?
Yeah, I'm like, who's gonna go do
Yeah.
Dance when you're gonna go? I'm here for Smash Bros, not for Dance Revolution or like the rhythm games.
How much was Genesis?
The event itself was about 100.
That's without entering bracket.
No, that's with entering bracket.
100.
Without it's
I
like
forgot.
80. It's like
Yeah,
80. just
80.
like
So
that.
what they're trying to do is pay $100 because we got vendors and arcade machines.
To pay, like you pay for. You pay for when you're in there. You have access to things that you can pay more money
Oh,
for.
you gotta pay for the arcade.
It's paid DLC,
Right?
dude.
No,
no.
Well, obviously you pay for vendor. I wasn't sure about the arcade.
no, it was free.
Okay, it better be.
So, Fabian, you went there last year as well, right?
Yes.
Was there any differences or improvements?
No, that was actually one of my biggest issues.
Really?
Like, it's literally the same thing. Literally, people were standing in the same spots. Like all the same top players, they were like in the same spot.
So Bestness was in the center.
Yeah, he was in the like everything played out exactly the same.
You and me went last year.
All three
right?
of us went.
So, what did you think of that event last year?
It's a fun experience. Like, I think for tournaments, like, you go more, for me at least, I go for the experience because I'm not a top level player, so I'm obviously not going for the money. I wish, but that's how it goes. So, like,
Yeah.
flying there, like, the city itself, a little sketch. I think
Oh.
we're spoiled here in Denver, where we have a great city where you can be out till wee hours in the morning and feel fine, like, our streets are clean. There, I didn't feel the same way. But like it was, again, it was the experience of that, and like seeing that, and, like seeing the Golden Gate Bridge and stuff like that. That was fun.
Yeah, but
that
that's-
wasn't the tournament.
Yeah, that's
per se.
outside of the event.
Well, yeah,
So
no,
then
I
the
mean-
event, it was like, I don't know, it felt like a musty plague zone
Musty.
walking in there.
Well, for the way I see it, it's just like a long ESF, like pretty much our big weekly here. It's just like a weekend of that with more people, like twice the amount. Because yeah, there's 2,000 people, but 2,000 people in there at the same time. Thank God.
Thank
On
God.
screen,
Yeah.
it looked like sardines in a can.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, I feel like big events are getting stale.
Yeah, well, I feel like people are always complaining about that because you're getting the same thing at all these events. Like, nobody's switching it up too much. So, like, everyone's like, we need an off season. Like, I'm getting tired of this. It's like, because you're doing the same stuff.
Yeah.
You're hanging around the same people. I literally felt like I needed to recover a decent amount of days before I felt back normal. And so, like, if you're doing this every weekend, I can't imagine. Like, I don't know how you stay healthy. I don't know how you keep, like a good health. Like, you go work out, you eat well. Like, you're not eating well. You're not
No.
really working out because you don't have time because you're playing. and then you come back and you're too tired to do any of that
You're
stuff.
not even sleeping. That's a big
Yeah.
one. People are not sleeping at these events.
It's just it's
Except me. Slept a lot.
slept the whole
You
time.
paid $100 to go
To sleep. Yes.
Yes.
Bro, sleep competitively though. Did you have anything to add, Jesus? You didn't say
I
your
just-
opinion too much.
My opinion is, I feel like people like to hype these things up more than what they really are. Because I'm like, oh my god, a Genesis, and then they come back and it was great, but it was like, I feel like sometimes they're lying. It's like, was it really great?
They
It was
just-
just a bigger weekly.
They were just
Like,
trying to
that's how it
justify
was.
their money.
Yes, I feel like we were just. They're like, I'm not an idiot.
Yeah.
I had fun.
Also, I totally disagree with. I think you said it. How, like the outside stuff doesn't make the event. Totally disagree.
Well,
Because when I'm walking around seeing like poop buckets and people underneath bridges in Oakland, and I go to Evo and like you're kind of seeing similar stuff, but you got great food. You got like
Casinos.
casinos everywhere, and
just
it's
the atmosphere is way
shows.
better.
fun. Yeah.
Well, to clarify that, I wasn't saying that. I agree. For me, that's part of the event. That's why I go
Yeah,
for that
he-
stuff. But we were saying that doesn't count for the tournament per
Yeah.
se.
That's not the event.
No,
The experience
yeah,
stuff.
like the San Francisco Golden Gate. Like that's nothing to do with Oakland.
Yeah, like you take it upon yourself to go.
Yeah, I'm like,
visit
I'm
these
gonna
spots.
waste 2 hours of my time here to go out there when I shouldn't, because I'm here for a tournament. You know?
I
So
mean,
you
that-
can't grade the event based on the surroundings, but you can grade your experience based on the surroundings.
Well,
That's
no,
what
I'm
I'm
saying, I'm
Okay,
saying like
then
depending on how close it is. Like Oakland, is Oakland fun? No, I have to go to San Francisco to have fun. Like, come on,
Francisco.
San Francisco.
40 minutes.
It's
out.
like Evo. Evo's fun because it's Vegas. Otherwise, I wouldn't go to Evo.
Yeah, otherwise it'd just be Genesis somewhere else.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Genesis somewhere.
What makes Evo is Vegas.
Well, the thing about Evo is, does it make it better because it's a shared, like, a lot of communities coming together? Because Genesis is just Smash.
I don't think so.
no,
no,
I think it's the
it's-
area.
I think,
Honestly,
like-
it's the area.
Actually, kind of.
Yeah, I
like
kinda-
top eight.
I
like
like
yeah.
top
the
eight.
bleed
feel-
over.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. Where it's like,
Well, it only matters for top 8 because when you're at Evo, you're not seeing Street Fighter sets.
Sometimes I am. Because you're on board. I'm like, my pool's over. I have nothing to do. I'm going to go see.
See, I did the
Why
play
not?
though. I feel like the play is like when after a while you're at the venue, you're like just seeing like the same sets, the same guy getting salty. So like after a while, it just starts feeling like filler. I feel like the play there should just be like go and get some rest, let the thing clear out.
Go get some sleep in the
Yeah,
hotel.
let's go get some sleep.
I
I
would
mean, that's
sleep
why
in
we
the
booked
hotel.
it there. No, like
But yeah, no, well, it's just.
That's really convenient too. By
Yes.
the way. Yeah. Really
I
convenient.
think you save more money in the long run.
Totally, because you're not buying Ubers, you're not doing anything, you're just there.
And you don't have to wait on anyone.
I can
Guys,
wake
can
up-
we go?
Leave.
yeah, because when you usually travel out to different areas, you have to like go as a group to the event. And it's like very tiresome because some people can be there for 12 hours, and I don't get that. I think the longest I was there was like 2 hours, like at a time.
and then you slept.
Then I slept.
I was there for some pretty decent stretches, but like you really just the battery just empties.
I
And,
saw
like, it's
King
horrible.
being there the whole day, and I was like, "Hey, if that's what makes him happy. That's him." He came to the hotel and just passed out. See, I was fully rested. I was
Hey.
money matching when he was passed out. I was having some clean sets. I was rested.
Did you learn anything, though?
Did I learn anything?
You did?
Absolutely.
Bang's over there like, yes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like I don't learn anything.
I
when
feel
go
like
out of
just-
state.
Really?
Yes, I don't learn anything.
No, because you're not talking to people. That's your problem.
Talking to people?
Yes, it's not just playing them. You gotta like, oh, what are you doing there? Like, what, you know, like you play different matchups, and it's like they'll give you pointers like, oh, maybe you should try doing this, and I'm like, oh, like what you were saying about Karna, where it's all like in Smash Ultimate, like running up shield is so bad, and that is my bad habit in this game, because I'm like running
Because
up
it was
shield.
good in Smash 4.
Yeah, it was good in Smash 4, but it's not like just like when you're talking about that, like you see all these guys just dash in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't thinking of that until I played in Genesis, and then I was like, I'm gonna implement some tilts into that, and that helps my play a lot. So I did learn that. I don't think I learned too much though, but
It's kind of
just
why
movement.
it's kind of why the scrubs are good. I found out there's 3 types of players, and you need to kind of be them all. But the reason people like, I'll say names, Smirk
Yeah.
and maybe Kronos and some other Prey, they are pushers. And Shield's not as good, so being a pusher and pressing a lot of buttons is good because your neutral is just a constant hitbox.
Oh, because you'll get that opening eventually.
And I
So
feel
like their pressure is constantly doing that.
Yeah, I feel like that's a lot of the newer players too. Like
Yes.
a lot of like just like exclusive. Like we're mostly playing Ultimate players.
No neutral.
no neutral,
And that's
just
why. So
push
there's
buttons.
there's a triangle dynamic, where it's pushers, readers, and patient people. And it sounds like one of these is better than like readers and patients sound like smart things, right?
Yeah.
But pushers are just as successful in this game.
Yes. Because it allows them.
Yes, because pushers beat readers because readers are waiting for an option that they can punish.
Yeah.
There's no options when they're just swinging the entire time. Because they pick characters like Roy, they pick characters like Ken with great frame data that are hard to punish. I'm not saying like there's no openings, like you have lags on move,
Yeah.
but when they're constantly swinging, it's tough, especially when you're forced to shield. They got you where they want you. So then readers beat patient people because they give you options that you're more used to. Yes. And then patient people beat pushers because patient people can relax through the storm and punish them slowly.
That's so it's like a rock, paper, scissors.
Yes. So you have to be able to beat all of them because I'm bad against readers. Karna is a reader. So he works good against my patient. But he got destroyed by Small Left, which was a guy I
Who?
destroyed. #1 in Hawaii.
Small left.
I destroyed him. He played MK Leo. So I destroyed him. I didn't even know who he was at first. Shu told me later. But I was like, you need to do this, this, and this. And he looked sad to get tips because he doesn't usually lose.
Yeah,
but
he's
I was like,
#1.
he's a pusher. And he beat up Karna the next day. And Karna beat up me after I money matched him later. And I was like, you lost him? And it all started clicking because he's like, instead of shielding, you just need to move. Just do things instead of shielding. Shielding is just bad. It's not good. Stop shielding people.
Yeah, it's pretty bad in this
That's
game.
what I learned.
That's what I learned too. The shield stuff, like it is not good in this game.
So you learned shield is bad.
Yes.
Like almost always. Throw out a hitbox. That's why pushers are good. I'm telling you, it's sad. Which is the annoying part of this game.
Yeah. So with the
Yeah, because
pushers,
it takes away like one of like the aspects of the neutral.
It takes away
Defense.
neutral.
It takes away defense.
Takes away
and it's
neutral.
like, really? This is an offensive ass game. Like, come on.
So it's sad, but I mean that's the game. You just adapt. I mean, I'm not gonna give people like praise shit, but there's a reason they weren't good in Smash 4. Much slower game.
That actually makes a lot of sense.
yeah, that's
Like,
why
why am I
they,
losing to this? Oh,
that's why they bloomed in this game.
I'm thinking too much. I gotta stop thinking.
Yeah. So I have to become. That's why my time needs to be spent more in the lab, because then I can activate my pusher self because I'm more patient and a reader. So I can activate how to beat readers.
Yes.
Because if I can push buttons the way I want to push buttons, I don't need to. Because I'm hardly pressing my controller when I play. Little stuff. You do the same thing.
Oh yeah, same. I'm
Little
like,
stuff. But then when people are like,
that's why I lose
"You're
to
done,"
Milo.
yes,
Because
because
he's a pusher Mario, and I'm like,
he's actually more of a reader.
is he?
Yes.
Him.
That's another topic.
Him.
though.
Yeah.
That's another. We're like, so anyways, events. What do you guys want to see in like Brax? What do you want to see that will think like, oh, this event's gonna be better because of this? Obviously, showers. Like, please, like that's the big one. That's a start. But like, what other things? Like in terms of events, location, maybe. You know, is 3 days too much?
I think if you're going to do 3 days, you have to make it worthwhile. So then you have to have other events to make people come back. Like my big pet peeve when it comes to a 3-day tournament is day 1, crazy busy. Day 2, semi-busy. Day 3, pretty empty.
Well, day 3's usually just top 8, and I'm like, I don't.
And see, that's my issue. I would prefer to have something going on. I'd like to have other side events or something maybe better handled there. Colorado specific, I like to see vendors. Like, we have a lot of cool tournaments, but no vendors or anything like that. I like to see players actually come locally. I like to see better representation, better, and by that I mean like marketing and putting out what you're going to do. I think we have connections that we can access now. Yeah, I'll start with those. What do you guys think?
Well, for the big events, I feel like instead of like, I don't even want the vendors there anymore. I want more setups. Like, they took up half, especially at Genocide North State, they took up half of the venue where we could have had more setups. And, like, that was my problem with the event. It was, like, there was lack of setups because, like, they're all being run for bracket, and these are big brackets. So, it's, like, there's just, like, a 30-minute window where you can, like, get in some friendlies, some money matches.
And then get off.
And then get off, you know? And it's, like, I was kicked out of, like, several of them because they had to start bracket. And it's, like, I'm not going to sit there and argue, you know, they're running a tournament. So, and it's, like, well, maybe instead of the vendors, which, like, maybe we should just kind of, like, push them away and maybe giving them a fourth.
Well, how much money does like the Genesis people get off of vendors? Like,
Probably a lot.
It has to be, right?
It has to be
But
worth.
I
It has to be
honestly-
worth half of the venue.
But,
I
like,
mean,
is
no,
it-
Third. It was.
Is it worth
It
for
was-
vendors? I
You take
really
out
don't see
rivals.
them making profit. Vendors. I'm like, what? Okay, you sell some, but like, are you really making profit?
I doubt it.
I really doubt it.
I mean, my prediction is I don't think they make money. The vendors. I don't think it's worth it for
I
them.
think they got it.
It depends on the vendor. I would say that one's pretty easy. Like the blind boxes, I'd say you make your money back pretty easily.
The blind box. I hate those things.
There's always
I
those-
hate
the controller
blind boxes.
people. You're paying $150 for a controller.
Idiots.
Sell a few of those. You're doing pretty good. They've started doing button modification there. They're making a side hustle there. So I think when it comes to vendors, you're more paying for like just a little booth like at Comic-Con or something like
Mhm.
that. So then they parse it out.
So then it's not worth for Genesis then, like the event, because I feel like I would want more setups.
It is a third of the venue. Plus, Rivals probably makes half.
That's where I'd say you have to pick your poison. And see, I agree with you there. Like that's what I'm talking about. Where you go to an event
Uh-huh.
and then you're here a little bit for the tournament, and then there's not a lot of other things to do because it's being taken up
Yeah.
for competitive stuff, or it's too crowded.
And then
and
you got people like me
uncomfortable.
going to bed at these events. It's like because I didn't
Yeah.
I didn't want to wait an hour for a setup.
But how does that hurt them?
Yeah, they don't care. They already got your money.
paid. I just feel like there's got to
I
be a
feel
reason
like-
for them to care.
I feel like it doesn't hurt. I feel like it's a problem with the community. They got to make them care.
Next year, like they could hurt and be like, people aren't coming because you didn't have setups.
Yeah, I feel like that's a community problem, not an
Yeah.
event. Like they're making their bank regardless.
Like-
I feel like because there's a lot of people just standing around. And I'm like, dude, maybe we should like be more vocal about it. Like, do you like waiting an hour for a setup? Because I don't. I'd rather just go to sleep.
What I would do is I would see my parade, and I'd be like, I'd have a guy that wanted a money match, but neither one of us could find a setup.
Okay.
And I'd go to a setup and I'd be like, where do you guys like the money match? Because you'd have to money match them. So I'd money match one of the
For
guys,
superiority.
you beat him up, and then sit the other guy down that was waiting, kick the other guy up that was watching us play. Is it okay if I money match him? The setup is now mine. Nobody else gets the
Yeah, you
setup.
have to start like showing dominance. That's what I started seeing. I'm like,
That's like I don't necessarily want to do that. Like there's too many dorks and too many setups, and I'm just like, there was literally a guy using a setup, and I didn't even ask for a money match. I just said, "Do you want to play?" Probably the only guy I said it to that weekend because it was all money.
Probably the
match.
only
Yeah.
But he was literally in the lab playing
So he's wasting a
bot.
setup?
And I'm like, why?
Why
And
are
I
you
forgot what he
here?
said to me. I was like, why are you doing that? And he's like, I just want to play.
So like 1,000 people.
Yeah.
But you rather play with the CPU.
yeah, he could have just gone to his hotel room.
And it
with
wasn't
his
even.
setup.
It was at like 11 o'clock. No bracket was
Why?
going on. 11 at night. He didn't have his pools.
He probably didn't have friends.
Nothing. I was like. By the way, 3 days events should be doubles. Round 1 pools the whole next day, unless because it was weird. They did doubles, and then like half the people did their round 1s, and then half were the next day, and then the next day rolled over into the round 2 pools.
So they're
and I'm
doing
like,
all bracket to top 8 day 2?
Yeah, for some people it was like all of it.
Oh.
Wow, that's
Yeah, some people
not
had to
okay.
start off their morning playing, and then they finished all the way.
I
at
think
second
I think
base.
everything pools related should be done by day 1.
Yeah.
And then bracket itself should be.
I don't even think they separated it well. Like there was like 30 minutes or hour breaks between pool setups. Like we can make that tighter. Like you guys can like narrow that down to have more people.
Were all the setups being used when the pools were gone?
Absolutely not.
Then yeah, they're
They had 2 extra like setup.
Well, they would have sides. They would have sides first, so this would be like 23 and 24 for pools.
Uh-huh.
But then like later in the day, this whole side wouldn't be being used. I was like, I don't know, why are we doing this? Like I was happy because I was done with pools and I wanted to play.
Yeah, yeah.
But and they need more regular friendly setups. They had like a lot of like station setups, but they only had one row. It was a decent row, but it was just friendlies. They didn't have like much more.
That's what I feel like we should be giving the vendors kind of like the back burner. You know,
Yeah.
kind of just like, yeah, we're gonna put more setups. But like I said, the event's not gonna care until like community gets more vocal with it, and I feel like people are not vocal about it.
Mhm.
Like, I mean, MK's not gonna say anything about it. Well, he's winning his money. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about friendlies. You know.
Well, he's hardly in the venue.
Yeah, he goes in there. It's like a job for him. He's gonna go in there.
Goes in
he's
there.
Cool. He's
Back
gonna
to
go
the
to bed.
hotel. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, like, the majority of them. And, like, there's only 50 good players, you know, the PGR. What about the other 1,500, whatever people that could have been, like, vocal about, like, hey, I'm trying to get my money's worth, you know?
Mhm. No.
You know, I'm just going to opt to not go to most events. I'm just going to go, like, 2 a year.
Yeah.
But there's people that go there once a month to a big event. Those are the people that are getting robbed, and they don't want to say anything about it, but, you know.
Well, I mean, let them. If that's what makes them happy,
that
you
was,
know.
waiting an hour for one setup, you know, is that your happiness? Cool.
Yeah, like I'm kind of curious because I feel like Genesis and Evo can kind of get lazy because they know they're gonna get attendance.
Oh, yeah.
I'm curious on like these kind of smaller tournaments. That's why usually your best memories are these like weirder kind of smaller
That
tournaments.
is true.
Yeah, because then they like give you reasons to care. Like I'm excited to go to Arizona events. I'm excited to go to like some like maybe discount like East Coast events. Maybe Frostbite. Frostbite's another big one though, so we'll see about that one. Smash and Splash, which is now Riptide. But I'm excited with those ones to see what they do. Because there's got to be something different. It can't be the same thing or it gets stale.
So that brings up a kind of fun topic. What's your favorite quirky tournament that you've been to?
Oh, that's easy.
That's easy.
I gotta think.
For me, the gum tournament, and I will say this
Oh,
all the time. We were all there. It was
true.
probably like 4 years ago at this
Wait,
point.
wait, wait. Does this include like out of state? Like that's
Yeah.
your favorite? The in-state.
My
gum?
favorite weird tournament.
Okay.
It might be my favorite all the there was something about that tournament. It was gross. It was small. It wasn't even that good.
It was like at a
The
hotel.
the seating was bad. All of it was horrible.
We were all
But
there,
I
right?
Loved it.
You were
yes.
all there. Yeah.
That was the first time I fought Rex. I loved it.
Who won? No, I'm kidding.
I would have beaten you.
Yeah, he's still salty about it.
I
No,
would've-
but that was a great tournament and like a good part of Colorado Smash history. I feel like that was like the golden.
Well, like all the main characters were there. You know.
No, I know mine.
No, go Brax.
Good time.
Let's go. Brax.
Yeah, let's go around the table.
Um,
I know mine. I hope nobody says it, but I hope mine.
My first tournament actually is like my first. Like I don't.
Which one was it?
What was
Was
that?
it
Not.
Foxenhound?
It was down the Springs.
Spring Scene 7?
Yes.
When you played A Link
That
to
one
the
was
Now?
That one was a good
Was
one.
it? No,
The
July
Link to
to
the
Me?
Now?
I think he played A Link to the Now or
No,
July to Me.
He don't.
It's July.
Wait, July
July
to
to
Me.
Me, yes.
Link to the Now.
But like that's like where a lot of the faces that like I'd met online, like Nero or Nero
Wolf?
the Wolf. Yeah, like
Wolf.
he and I had played on Smash Ladder a lot, and then it was like, dude, I actually know this one. Like Sam, same one. Although I don't think he was at that one, but like that's where like a lot of the faces got
Oh.
put together, and like that was a cool tournament where we had the second venue on
Ah,
the top.
oh,
of
that
the
blew my
theater.
mind.
I always like when there's transitions. Like, oh, they're down here now. I'm up here. I
Yeah.
love that.
Like the New Mexico one? I loved, what was it? Fiesta 2?
Fiesta 2 was.
They
good.
had it like, oh, the competitions up here, but then the top 8.
Yeah, the
down here.
auditorium was downstairs,
It was
and it was
so
nice
sick.
and fresh because it wasn't smelly like up there.
Y'all should have it there again.
Yeah, I'll
Please.
go to another New Mexico tournament if they have it in that art museum thing.
That museum was sick.
That was a cool location, like cool spot.
Santa Fe, dude.
Yeah.
Santa Fe's more beautiful than like Albuquerque. Albuquerque's like Oakland. Shots.
Look,
Whoa.
Bang, what's wrong, buddy?
That's where I was born.
Oh no, I love Santa Fe. Like that's part of
So,
New Mexico. I love
do
Santa
you
Fe.
deny it? Do you like Albuquerque?
More than Santa Fe is.
Drink the
Jesus.
water. He drinks
More
the
than
water.
Santa
Fabian. Favorite?
Dude, Flatiron, the first one.
Ooh.
That was good.
Was I at that one?
I think you
Yes,
yes,
you
yes.
were.
Was that the one
That
with the death pool?
That was the one with the
Death
death pool. That was probably
Did you
the,
make it out? I think
I
you
did.
Yeah.
that was the shittiest I've ever done at a Colorado tournament, but I enjoyed that
That
tournament.
was a good one.
I didn't even make it out of pools at a Colorado tournament.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that tournament. There was a bar, there was an upstairs where I could see the venue, I could see the screen, I could see who was playing.
Pizza.
And then there was another, I don't know if anybody made it to that third one, but there was a rooftop.
Yeah.
Chairs, tables.
Talk to some bald guy up there.
I went
Yeah.
to Smokey at that event.
You went to Smokey?
With Smokey.
Oh, okay, okay.
It was the whole day. It was multiple Smash games. It was sponsored by Red Bull, so free Red Bull, free beer,
There was free pizza.
free pizza.
Yeah.
So they gave us food. The thing was big enough, so it didn't really get hot and
That
smelly.
was fresh.
It was spread out.
They left the doors open, so like there
Yes.
was like fresh air coming in.
And then like on top of that, I think Boulder's a pretty nice like city thing here in Colorado. So like just like the outside of it was cool too. And it was during the spring. That's also a big one for me. I don't like going to tournaments when it's like cold.
Mine was actually during the spring too. When was yours?
Spring.
It was also
Was
during
it?
the spring.
Yeah.
Summer. It was like
Yeah.
summer, July.
Well, Summer Smash. Spring
No, it's
too.
like right, like in August, whatever that is.
Summer.
Still summer.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's just warm weather is.
Because yeah, the weather messes it up for me. Like I don't like because then you're like forced to be in the venue because you don't want to be cold. So it's like now it just gets more warm. You know, there's more jackets there. Like
Yeah.
everything's just like more cluttered. I'm like, yeah, no, spring tournaments or summer tournaments for me are the way to go.
You know, that's the worst because it's cold outside and then you're forced to carry around a jacket or wear it with you, and then you
Yeah.
become hot in the hot venue. Anyway, sorry.
Hey, serious?
You're-
Dude, it's so hard. I've been so many. Probably low tier, but it's not even because of Smash. It's just because of what
That
happened.
was a good event.
And it's just because like it was called the Let's Play convention, so they had like, for me, I'm like a big retro guy, so I got to see like retro games and just some YouTube people that I'm like, I know who you are. Wait, oh, and then I was like, can you take a picture with me? And people were like, who is that? Just don't worry, just take a picture. Like, so like I like that tournament more because of like the stuff to do outside of the tournament. Even
They had a scavenger hunt.
yeah, they had a scavenger. I'm like, all right, I'll go do it. We had
not,
to find
not a lot of tournaments do that.
yeah, we had to find like what was it, like a Pikachu or
We,
like
we had to do a bunch of stuff where it's like, what the heck? Like,
play Mario Kart
Yeah.
for like a while, and I'm like, okay.
Oh,
And
yeah,
then We also stayed at that one house, and then we had like top players over, and I
That
really
was-
liked that.
Yeah,
Like that's
thank
where I
you,
first met
Texas.
Karna, and I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's chill, and I'm
They-
like, look at him.
They were super chill. Like
Yeah.
we started asking because we're like, "Yo, we have an Airbnb here. We have a lot of room. Come visit us." And we didn't think a lot of people would show up, but Texas represented.
Yeah.
And they're all just like, "Sup?" And that was a fantastic.
And that was the
time.
first time we all had our HOG jerseys, so it felt nice. And people were like, "Can we get your autograph?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm no one, but cool."
Yeah, and then they would insist because they're like, "No, you have a jersey."
And
You're
then we would
some-
literally tell them, "We're no
No.
one. No, sign it." I'm like, "All right."
Yes, sir.
I don't know. It just felt cool.
I think it's interesting that none of our favorite events we won. Nobody won their favorite event.
I did the crappiest at mine.
No, yeah, same.
I did.
Was it
I
for
did
sure?
decent.
I was already PR in state
Fair enough.
for years.
You lost to a duck hunt. Dez's duck hunt.
Yes, I did pretty bad. I think.
Wow.
Maybe.
I remember that.
Yeah.
Gross. It was on.
That was the
stream,
first
too.
time ever I didn't make it out of pools. This is including out of state too. Like
That wasn't even the death pool. Were you in that one? I forget.
Yes, I
You
was
made
in
it
the
out
death
Winterside with Justin, right?
Yes, it was me, Justin,
Generic
you,
Rhyme,
Generic Rhyme,
Miso.
Wedding Walrus, Miso. What are y'all thinking?
that pool was
Even
fun.
now, that pool sounds broke.
Yes, Jesus.
Well,
where are we at? We're
Miso
30 minutes.
was-
I mean, I think to sum it up for events,
Yes.
what we want to see is less mustiness, get your hygiene down, try to be as healthy as you can.
These don't even cost that much. Like,
Like a
showers are
$1.50.
free.
Well, this one's maybe two.
Get lotion. Lotion is the meta if you guys really don't want to shower or are afraid of water. Get lotion.
Something else I noticed: take a
or
shower
hand
and
sanitizer. Start with that.
put on different clothes. Don't put on the same clothes
Yeah,
you're already wearing. Those
yeah.
clothes are dirty now because
Wash your clothes.
wash your
That's
ass.
really important. And if you don't want to wash that clothes, throw it away. You can go to like Ross. Ross
Or-
has so many deals.
Dress for
$4
less.
shirts.
Or
Stress.
go to one of the vendors. Support the vendors. Get a new shirt if you have to.
Yeah. Just like, come on, guys. We're better than that.
Hold on.
You know?
More space will help with that. More setups, and just more of a feel. It's tough to get that. Like if you're making a tournament, I don't know how you make a feel.
Yeah.
But, like,
that's-
some
It
people
depends
just
on your
nail it.
venue. It really depends on your venue.
Yeah, just try to
what you
nail the
feel.
venue, make it feel homey. Try to have separate levels. I mean, I never even thought of that as an idea. I thought that was good.
Separate levels are good.
It's really
Yeah,
fun.
I mean that kind of sums up my things for events. So yeah. So thanks for joining us. I
Yeah.
mean that's what we want from events. So we appreciate you guys, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, give us a like.